Hey guys, welcome back to the Platinum Guide for Clair Obscur Expedition 33. And today we're continuing. Today we're doing Esquies Nest. It's a pretty short level and a short guide, but no worries, because the next one is already in production and will be online today. So we're going to quickly get through this level here. So when you come in here, make sure not to talk to the guy, folks. First, don't talk to him, very important. That's a tip for you, and for this information, you should already be giving a thumbs up. So let's get started. First go down to the right here. And there you'll find the color of Lumina. And the reason you shouldn't talk to him is simply because he'll block your path here. And you need to go right here again. There you can collect a bit more chroma, and since we always have too little chroma, we'll definitely take it with us. We could also go looting or farming. Well, otherwise you can now talk to the guy again, because now you can tell him the password. And then he clears the way and stands next to it. And I believe, because of that, the entrance on the right is blocked, as far as I remember correctly. In any case, you can then continue flying through here and into the next section, Friends. And this is really a short level. But of course, we'll grab everything here again. Just fly all the way through here. And you see, at the bottom right, there's already the first puppet. Or rather, what is it called again? You know what I mean, mime. Yes, exactly. Down there is the first mime. And of course, we'll grab it. And give it a good whack. Should be relatively easy. Of course, use Bright. As best as you can with Earthquake. And, of course, with Gustav. And yes, from there it's done. And we took that guy down too. That's why we get the Baguette outfit here. And, of course, we'll take that with us. Yes, it simply continues here. And we can find the next quest item here. Now you probably remember the little boy in the village who needed a mushroom. And we can find it back here on the right in the corner. We'll grab it, and thus we also have the quest item, which we'll hand over right after the level, then we're done on this side for now. That's why we fly back and climb up the wall here. And then we can jump down on the other side, because we can also go down there. So just climb up, and then over here again, you can also just go down like that. Jumping was just a bit of a trick jump to show off my skills, but in the end, you just follow the guy back here until he reaches his station, and then you can take him down. Be careful. This time the guy only has 3 rounds, and then he flees, so it's important to deal with him relatively quickly. And yes, with that, we can definitely inflict a lot of burn damage on him, which would be great. Then it goes relatively well, and it's certainly not bad if you manage that with Gustav. Otherwise, the colleague here shouldn't be a problem at all. Just go into the fight, and, as I said, use a lot of fire so that he is flaming, or rather, burning. And then, you can inflict even more damage on him. Yes, friends, he flees in 3 rounds, so give it your all. And once you've taken him down, which should be pretty easy, we can continue here. And we get quite a bit of loot, including 5 times Lumina's color. A very important item to make our characters stronger. And I also made an explanation about it on the channel. If you haven't watched it yet, be sure to check it out. Otherwise, we're done here. We'll fly back and climb the bridge again. Up, and then we can finally move on. Once we get up here, we can just continue straight through. And, yes, we will now meet a new companion. And friends, as I said, as you know, no spoilers here in the guides. I try to spoil as little as possible, especially with a game like this. That's why I always skip all the cutscenes and so on. And then, just go in here, and you'll see that there's a new colleague here. And they came up with something really awesome again. So, story-wise, I find it pretty impressive what these 33 people have achieved here. And developing a game like this with 33 people is quite something. Yes, definitely jump down here. And back here on the right, there's a bit of chroma in the corner. You shouldn't forget that, of course, to fill up our wallet a bit. And from here, we can continue on. Specifically, along the right here, this is where the main path continues. We follow it and then come down here to a sort of cave. And we can continue playing from there. So just go straight through to these lights, and here we can use our grappling hook to get to the other side. Over here, definitely turn around first before we go to the checkpoint. You surely didn't miss this, because back here is another color of lumina, so we can grab it, then head towards the checkpoint or float elegantly over, like I'm doing here, and grab the next checkpoint to take a rest. Yeah, so far, so good. We're already quite far into this cave. We've almost made it, actually. Take a rest and head into the next boss fight, and friends, this one is super crazy easy. I think that was the easiest boss in video game history. At least, somehow. One hit was enough to send him directly into a coma. And yes, he should be dealt with relatively quickly. And here you also get a Pictos, which we definitely want to take with us. Additionally, you receive a quest item, which is basically what your new friend is looking for. And we can hand it over to him right away, without giving too much away. Yes, friends. The guy here, yes. I kind of skipped that part, and now we can continue playing in the cave. You're actually standing in the right spot, because we just need to walk straight ahead and use the magic rope back there to get to the next stage. And, yes, we come back up here and then we're back here and can collect something else. So walk along here, glide elegantly over. And don't forget to pick up a bit of chroma on the left here. 1300 is right on the path. You surely didn't miss it. Definitely keep walking through here. And you can then get to the next area, or rather back again, so to speak. And you can just glide along here, not too fast, friends, because up ahead we need to make a jump, namely here and there. Jump over, and then we've collected the color of the lumina here. Yes, that's great, because from here we can continue playing and then go up here to our new friend. And then report to him all the wonderful things we've found, and then we can continue gaming. As I said, friends, I always try not to include any story spoilers in the guide, because you want to experience the story yourself, and I think the story is pretty nice. Yes, in any case, we've done this here and he knocks over a pillar. Back here. And here you can go over it, using your grappling hook again. I've already checked everything to see if anything else has changed, but it hasn't. You can then simply go along the back here and basically exit the cave. Yes, go through here, once, and when you're here. On the other side, you can just fly straight through, and then you'll come out in the next area. So, the path is a bit longer, but here, we can then also find the exit of the cave right away. Go along, here once and then right, again. And there's another message from the last expedition, namely, Expedition 66. And just the thing with these expeditions, I find it pretty cool that we always find these reports and get to experience a bit of how they experience the world. It's pretty nice. In any case, we continue on, using our grappling hook to swing over here, and then we're actually almost at the end of the cave. And we can go along here once more and collect this thing here. This is a new Pictos, an invigorating start. You should absolutely learn it. And maybe assign it to your characters, then you'll get an AP relatively quickly. Jump down here and you're back at the checkpoint, allowing you to exit the cave. And now you have your new mount, Quasi, and now we're going back, first to the Gestraldorf, because we wanted to deliver the mushroom for the little boy there. And that's exactly what we're going to do now. Now you can already make sure that Gustav has equipped quite a few Pictos, and those with Lumina. Maybe use the Pictos that are necessary for a solo fighter, because you're about to have a solo fight here, so you can equip yourself accordingly. So just fly into the village here, and then go left back to the little boy. If you forgot to buy something last time because you didn't have enough chroma, you can catch up on that here now. It's best to just go here. Go over, talk to him, and then hand over the mushroom. And once that's done, it basically leads to the fight, or rather, you can then challenge his self-made puppet thing, giant monster, and fight against it. As mentioned, the whole thing takes place with Gustav, so if you have problems, it's best to use Pictos that are good for solo combat. We should already have some of those, as we got them earlier in the arena. Yes, defeat the opponent here. It really shouldn't be an issue, especially with overloading. The fight takes a bit of time, it's a bit tough, but also because of the potions. And so on, with everything you have now, it really shouldn't be an issue. We also get a polished chroma catalyst, which takes us one step further here. Additionally, we also get a new outfit. And I think it's actually pretty cool. It's a white Gustav outfit, and I put it on right away, looking fresh. So folks, that was the guide. We'll continue here next time. There are a few paths we need to take before we follow the main mission. So, tune in again soon. I'm really trying to upload it as quickly as possible, and we'll see each other next time. Take care, adios, and ciao.